Thanks for joining me with another episode of Delve Deeper. From chapter 5, we've learned that we are totally dependent on the grace of God to live exemplary lives. When we submit to the Lordship of Jesus in every area of our life, God gives us the resources to carry out our mission. Now, the world is a hostile place for believers. It can be scary, and sometimes it looks like the tasks that we've been given are just too much. They're just overwhelming. But Peter tells us to give our worries to God and to keep on keeping on. Let that hope that God cares about you and won't let anything that you entrusted him out of his goodness be the fuel in your emotional tanks to not grow weary in well doing. That devout disciple has to stay vigilant because there are spiritual enemies that want to shipwreck his or her faith. And you know what? The disciple stays vigilant by practicing the 7 habits of a disciple. And those habits are reading and studying the scripture, then prayer, fellowship, service, worship, obedience, and contemplation. It's through the practice we are inviting encounters with God, and through those encounters, we find the strength to stand firm in the face of spiritual warfare and to overcome the attacks of the enemy. Now, you might even take the offensive and see that the devil will flee because greater is he that is in you than any power that the world can throw at you. And then finally, chapter 5, Peter tells us that we're not to survive the struggle by ourselves. We're just not. We need the solidarity and the support of other believers, and we're to care for one another. Believers are to be mutual encouragers of one another. Well, you know what? I hope this study of First Peter has been an encouragement to you. So much to put into practice. And as you do, you will find yourself living your life to the full. And this is the greatest of blessings because Jesus promised it to us, first of all, in John 10:10. And when we do, when we're living our life to the full, it leads to life eternal. And that, my friend, wow, is mind blowing.